You're thinking real hard about that spot as my headphones slide off, huh?
Just a little bit.
You were thinking real hard about that spot. Ricky's not. Now, look at Ricky's moving now. I got everyone all messed up. I got a little bit more the other way. Keep going. No. Yeah, there, right there. There you go. Take a one shot, Ricky. Let me see what it looks like with the one shot of you.
Shot, I think it's a little.
Yeah, see, that's where it is. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Ricky, you got something to say? Start us off. Ricky Turner, 2822, executive producer, Rail Riders and Crosscutters. Start us off.
Yeah, it's been, the Rare Riders, I think, getting started up back here at home tonight for the first time in a while, because I think we were looking
12 game road streak.
Yeah, we're like, it's been a minute since they were home, but yeah, they're back home. The Crosscutters have been, hasn't mattered where they've played all year. They've just been hot all year, but Rare Riders sitting a little bit in the middle. We were looking at it yesterday. I think they're
40 and 40, 37 and you can 40 and 40. It's a good shot though, wasn't it? His one shot's a great shot with the microphone right in the background.
Yes.
I like that. We don't need to get rid of that graphic. Keep that graphic.
Oh,
we got to get some other stuff. We got to get the open and everything, but we got to get some other stuff. But that's a good shot. What's his one? Let's take a look. Can you get his one shot up?
Yeah. Oop.
Oh, yeah, there we go. See? Oh, we got that thing in the way. I got to move that tripod later, though. Yeah. Okay, we'll fix that up. Intern. That's your job. Hold on. Yeah, fix that up real quick. Take your headphones. Yeah, Oh, wait, am I going to get in trouble because he's touching things? Yeah, never mind. Sit back down. Sit back down. I don't want you to get me in any trouble here. We got our cameras figured out. I'm liking it. I got both my headphones working. Nope, other way.
Yep.
It's reverse. It's like when you're backing up a truck.
That's a great point.
Thank you very much for joining us. This is WBRE, WYOU 2822 Sports Night. As you can already tell, Nate Johns, our sports intern out of Penn State University, joining us as well. Ricky Turner sitting behind the executive producer chair as usual. I'm Zach Grady. This is the CTV app, which you have downloaded on Roku or Amazon or Apple TV. And if you haven't, I don't know how you're watching us, but good for you. I don't know. Good for you, though. That might be bad for our ratings. We need you to watch legally.
Yeah, through those resources.
And if you are watching, tell other people to watch. Tell two friends, and they'll tell two friends, and then they'll tell two friends. You got that reference?
Yeah, I've heard that reference before.
But you don't know what it's from, do you?
No.
It's Wayne's World. That's what it's from. Okay. I was respecting you for a second.
So close.
I still respect you. You're a good kid, Nate. I appreciate all your hard work.
I appreciate you guys for having me here.
And we appreciate everyone joining us.
Yes, we do.
We appreciate the appreciation. Rail Riders, Crosscutters, baseball. Yes, I love Tuesdays because, unfortunately, in the summertime on a Monday, there ain't anything going on. And I got a chance to get out and talk with Shelly Duncan today as, yes, the Rail Riders were on a 12-game road trip. They went 6-6 on the road trip. They're 40-40 on the year. They're 3-3 for the for the second half of the season, which means they finished the first half at 37-37. So
yeah, we were trying to find stats last night to sort of compile or like some interesting stats, and that's one right there because they've just been literally dead in the middle,
just 500 the whole time. And one of the things, and I talked to Shelly Duncan about, was the fact that throughout all of this and this entire process, I mean, being 500 and everything of that nature, they're pitching, and this was, again, we were looking at the stats for this as well. 7 wins so far this season from Brendan Beck, who's twice won Pitcher of the Week. The rest of the starters combined, 9 total wins this season. And that has been one of the reasons why you see, throughout the whole season, 40-40, 6-6, 3-3.
Yeah, if one of your starting pitchers is, I think, above 500, that typically doesn't bode well for the rest of your squad. And you could argue it's even surprising they're at 500 with one pitcher at 7-2 and the rest of them having 5 or 9 combined wins.
And they have talent.
They do.
I mean, it's not like they don't have talent, because 2 of those starters are Elmer Rodriguez, which is the Yankees' top pitching prospect. Also, Carlos LaGrange, which is another top pitching prospect, who's now in the bullpen because he, isn't even a starter anymore. And Dom Hamill, who came over from the Mets organization, who also at one point in time was a top prospect. So, I mean, and you have Kloffenstein, who's going tonight on the bump as well. But you would imagine that you would get more wins out of that group as your rotation.
Yeah, it just really hasn't happened for them so far with just not quite meeting the expectations. I mean, Shelly Duncan talked about it with you today. They're getting better in terms of their stuff. You're just not seeing it on the mound yet. And it's great to say that those guys are improving. And we've talked about how all season long you're still waiting for some of these guys to get adjusted to either being at the AAA level or finding their feet in the organization. You've had a half of that now, so it feels like if there's a time for them to turn it around and finally find some momentum, they've had a half of a season to get their footing going, so you need to start seeing those results sooner rather than later.
I mean, yeah, and it's more than half of a season. They've had 80 games. They're 40-40. They've had 80 games. And to that point, I mean, Dom Hamill is not a young man. I mean, he's been through the AAA and the AA system for a while now. Again, LaGrange and Rodriguez, these are guys that are top prospects that even if they're not going to be guys that at one day will help the Yankees organization, they're people that need to perform so that the Yankees can make a move and get a bat at the deadline and get another arm at the major league deadline to be in the conversation for Tariq Skubal. But at this point in time, I mean, they haven't performed to the level that, and it's tough when you're comparing it to Brendan Beck, who right now is first in AAA in ERA and second in AAA in wins, and likely should be first in AAA in wins, but it's amazing when your ace gets on the mound how the team just doesn't support them with any runs. It just happens all the time. But I mean, all of that said, yeah, they were 40-40. That's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, it's 500, and a lot of teams strive to be 500. They're 5.5 out for the first half. So one win streak, one stretch in August, and they legitimately could have a run for the second half. But, I mean, Jacksonville's out to 5-1 start, and I think it's not Rochester and Charlotte. They're both 4-2, but there's another team that's out. There's two teams out to a 5-1 start at this point. And at 3-3, you got to start winning. It's getting, as Yogi Berra says, it gets late early.
Yeah, it does. And especially, again, you could also argue the same thing. One bad losing streak, and they're sort of trying to claw their way back in it, and it's really an uphill battle from there on. And, this is a big series coming up against Norfolk. They really have to go out. They have to start stringing some wins together.
And this is a team you don't see a lot of very often either. Yeah, Ricky.
No, it's not. And that's what really makes this so important. They need to find a way to rattle some wins together. And looking through their schedule, there's not many games you look at. And typically this is signs of a good pitching staff and bullpen. There's not many games they're winning 3-2. There's not many games they're going out and winning low scoring games. There's a lot of 8-3, 6-4, 8-6 games on the mound where it's your offense that's really your offense is carrying the burden of that team. And they need more starts like they're getting. They need, like Brendan Beck has been giving them on the mound and not putting as much pressure on those bats, because I think that's really a big part of this battle. And hopefully we see that as they return home here for the second half of the season.
Especially against a Norfolk team that is not as loaded as it's been in years past when they've come here and just dominated the Rail Riders, because this is a team that a couple of years ago, Jackson Holliday, Adley Rutschman, all of those Orioles top prospects who are now up in the major leagues. Have they borne fruit? That's a different story. But this is a team that has struggled to start the second half in Norfolk, and this is a series that you have it at home. It's 4th of July weekend, the 250th birthday of the U.S., all of that. This is a chance to get some momentum, and this is an opportunity that, like Ricky said, they need to take advantage of. You're back at home after a long, long road trip. The offense has been clicking so far, but it's just going to be on the pitching to find their footing, and no better place to do it than the confines of their home ballpark.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, the hope is the atmosphere, PNC Field this week will be a little bit more I don't want to say electric because that's a cliche, but you would hope that there's a little bit of a buzz in the air that, the patriotism and the celebrations of summer, and I cannot believe it's already 4th of July. All of that will lead to some extra seats at PNC Field. Will get people out and about, especially I think they're having fireworks night one of the nights. So that all said, yeah, you need to get off to a hot start. And it seems like there's been a bunch of stop and starts. There's been times where it looks like, oh, they're going to string 2-3 together, and they don't. And you look at it at the end of a 6-game set, they're 3-3. At the end of a 6-game set, they're 3-3. At the end of a 6-game, oh, they went 4-2, yeah, but the set before they went 2-4. It's been unfortunate in that regard because there is some talent on this team. And actually, you know what? Do we have the Shelley Duncan interview?
Yes, we do.
All right, let's let Shelley talk about it because I was gonna say I did get a chance to also ask him about George Lombard and his return, his timetable. So yeah, let's hear from Shelley ourselves, and then we'll take a break after that.
Rail Riders. Gone for the last 2 weeks. How does it feel good to be back home? What was the road trip like?
It's a road trip. First week of the road trip, we ended the first half. Second week, we started the second half. And I tell you what, it's always good to be back. We start up 0-0 records second half, and we split the series against Indy. Some rough last 2 games, but that's baseball right there. But I tell you what, being gone on the road for 2 weeks is always tough, and it always feels really good to come back. And we're looking forward to this homestand, and we got 2 more homestands after the next road trip. So we're going to get a chance to get comfortable and get in a groove, and it's exciting to be back.
Let me just follow up on a couple things you mentioned there. What is the mentality as, again, you go on this 12-game, 14-day long road trip, and it's almost like one half is a playoff push as you end the first half, and the second half is opening day as you're getting ready for a new start to the season?
That's right. We were out of the race a little early, so that last week in Columbus was about just competing, just laying everything out on the table. When you start off second half, the way this format is in the International League, we're starting off 0-0 as a team. The guys, they're not starting off fresh numbers. They got some numbers pretty much established, so there's some comfort in that. But as a team, it gives us a chance to reset as a unit, get our goals aligned, and have something exciting to push for. Because when you think about the half system that we have here, it's a sprint, and we got to get after it, get going, get in a rhythm, win as many games as we can. And when you have a clean slate, it's something exciting for the fans to all just rally around and have this push and this excitement to have a new race.
So how do you guys? What's the key for this push? As you guys are 40-40 right now, on the road trip, you went 6-6, and you're 3-3 in the start of the season. How do you get out of that 500?
It's always you got to take things day to day. The thing we're focused on most is today's game. Win or lose, we put it aside and focus on the next one. It's always the now, always living in the now. What's next? We think about, was it 45 to 48 games is usually what it takes to win the league each half, and you try to accumulate as many wins as you can. You don't really think about record. You don't think about big picture. You live in the now. You accumulate wins by winning today's game, and that's all we focus about.
Well, there's an old adage in baseball that they say you're only as good as your next day's starter. One of the things that throughout the first half, Brandon Beck, great first half, 7 wins, but the rest of the starters combined only 9 wins in the first half. How do you get more wins out of the rest of that rotation?
We've been working on it all year. It's not just one of those one-day fixes. The starters outside of Beck, these guys have been improving all season long. Dom Hamill has been getting better. Adam Kloffenstein, he's been getting better. Elmer Rodriguez, he's been up and down. He's getting into a groove. That's the only thing you think about is progress, getting better every single day, and these guys have shown it, and it gives me excitement thinking about them going into the second half.
You got Adam going on the mound tonight. What can we expect from him?
Adam's the guy that pounds zone, has a great sinker, cutter, slider. He's exciting. He's increase his repertoire in his arsenal. And when he throws strikes, he's a lot of fun to watch.
I know this may be old news here, but this is the first that I've gotten a chance to catch up with you. Little injury scare with George Lombard Jr. At shortstop as he was taking a throw from the catcher. Everything good there?
Jammed wrist, and as soon as that hand feels better and he starts doing some baseball stuff, he'll be back as soon as possible. Nothing to worry about, and we're looking forward to him getting back here.
And then finally, just for yourself, back here for a 6-game stretch, people getting out here to PNC Field tonight, what can they expect this week as you guys take on Norfolk, someone you don't see as often?
You can expect our team to play hard, exciting baseball. We're in every game. It's exciting baseball to watch. We always love being here at home. We always play with a different energy. So fans can expect that, and there's nothing better than baseball 4th of July week.
I appreciate you giving us a few.
All right, thank you. We're going to take a quick break as this has been a long segment to start the show. And when we get back, we're going to react a little bit to what manager Shelly Duncan said. And as well, we'll talk cross-cutter. So don't go anywhere. WBRE, WYOU 2822 Sports Night right here on the CTV app. So, all right, just want to, we got a chance to talk a little while with Shelly Duncan as they returned after their season-long 2-week road trip. And one of the things that he talked about that I, really was kind of wondering about what the mentality was is, that idea you're on that long road trip and half of it is the end of one half and the other one's the start of the other. I mean, you have that reset almost, but it doesn't feel like it when you're on that long road trip. And I wonder if that had something to do with the 3-3 and 6-6 stretch when they went for 12 games.
Definitely could have, because anytime you're on the road.
Definitely could have.
Because when you're on the road for an extended period of time, sometimes you can settle into those road environments well, especially getting accustomed to being on the road. You're able to settle into routine, especially on those longer road trips. But when you have that break a little bit, it kind of disrupts that rhythm.
Well, there wasn't, that's the thing. There wasn't any break. I mean, that's what throws me off here with this is because you're playing 6 games where he said at Charlotte, right? 6 games at Columbus.
Columbus and then Indianapolis.
Yeah. So you're 6 games at Columbus and they're not meaningless, but they're not meaningful when it comes to the grand scheme of it because they were already out of the first half playoff picture. But then you got to turn it on when you get to Indy because it's like, hey, it's opening day. Everyone's 0-0. It's a brand new start to the season.
That's where the mindset comes into it, especially because you just have to play all 12 of those games as if they are important because flipping that switch is so difficult to go from you're not playing for anything to, like you said, restarting the season. You kind of just have to find a way to stay in that rhythm and just, again, like he said, treat every game, be in every game.
Yeah, I look at the back half of the first half, the back half of the first half there, I guess, tune-up games for that first series against Indianapolis. Obviously, again, you're out of it in terms of the playoff seeding goes and overall record goes, but you also, again, you can't lose focus because the second half of the season is going to be starting up soon. So you really have to stay in rhythm. And, the way the playoff format works is, you have a shot in the second half. And that is really how you have to look at it. So you can't really, it's not the MLB where, they're selling off prospects at the deadline. No,
and you don't see that as much anymore with the, 7 wild card teams 4 wild card teams for 7 altogether. We were talking the other day. Pittsburgh's still in it, and they're 500 right now, right?
Yeah, they're in the thick of it. And again, a lot of teams are in the thick of it, and obviously in the MILB, it's a little bit different because your big club could look to trade some of those guys who are excelling, and
which. That's right around the deadline's right around the corner.
Yes, it is.
It's All-Star breaks in 2 weeks. I cannot believe it is 4th of July this weekend. What you doing?
Yes.
What you got any plans?
I believe I'm going to visit my girlfriend. So that should be fun down near Philadelphia. So I think she has some 4th of July plans.
You believe like she's telling
I
you
think
what to do, or
no, I think she does have 4th of
Okay.
July plans.
how about for yourself?
Just getting together with some family up at my aunt's house in Knoxon.
So I'll be the only one working. I see how it is. I got an intern and an executive producer, and yet I'll be the one at FIFA Fan Fest on the 4th of July.
I'm curious to see the turnout.
I'm actually not
Yeah.
that upset
I was
about
gonna
that.
say,
Like, I mean,
That's gonna be cool.
it's going to be a long day. It'll be a hot day and everything like that, but it's not going to be the worst day in the world. I'll be in downtown Scranton on the 4th of July. It'll be exciting. Hit me up. Stop by. Say hello.
Should be a fun time.
Swipe right. All right. Let's go ahead. We were going to talk Rail Riders. We're going to get to that at the end of the show. Let's take a break here because there is a lot going on. The World Cup games yesterday were phenomenal.
It's been a really good World
Oh,
Cup.
5 for 5 to start so far, and we're not. That's just talking Sunday and Monday. 4 for 4.
Yeah,
4 for 4 through Sunday and Monday. Yeah, wow. And then as well, we'll head over to merry old England, an update. Serena playing on Tuesday. We got that coming up for you. So don't go anywhere. We got a jam-packed Tuesday here on WBRE, WYOU 2822 Sports Night. I mean, at this point in time, like, what's more important? What is more newsworthy? Does it matter where either LeBron or Kawhi go?
Well, Kawhi's gone.
So's LeBron. LeBron's gone.
Oh,
We
don't know.
just-
LeBron's just
Kawhi's
not
gone.
signed. LeBron's more actually. Sorry, at this point in time, LeBron is more gone than Kawhi. I mean, sources are near a deal, sure, but I mean, he's still under contract with the Clippers, who are they're just not going to get punished at all. It's just because they didn't win? Like if Jim Dolan pulled what Steve Ballmer pulled, like, what would be the reaction?
Oh, is that with the tree? What was that?
Yeah,
Was it
but
Steve-
Asperion.
Spire and
Yeah.
something like that. Fake tree company.
Forgot
It's
about
not a real
that.
company. It
No,
doesn't matter.
the company was real. He was hired to be a ambassador, an influencer for the company and plant trees, and he never did. That's just one of the things. But it was a circumvention of the salary cap. And
Yeah, because
there was
they gave
supposed
him money or something.
yeah, they gave Uncle Dennis money for Kawhi. It was a way to circumvent the salary cap and get Kawhi to be a Clipper.
Not
And
have him get paid as much.
and that being said, there was supposed to be punishment before the end of the finals. Didn't happen. Before the draft, didn't happen. We're now in free agency, and Kawhi's getting moved, and there's still been no punishment whatsoever for the Clippers.
I don't think we're ever getting punishment. Their punishment's enough of just not.
Just,
Of
it's
just
just being
being
the
the
Clippers.
Clippers.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, you
just
beat me
being
to the
Clippers.
joke.
So,
Okay, but that being said, does Kawhi going back to the Raptors, as reported by Shams Charania, ESPN senior insider and newsbreaker for all things basketball, and a cooler name than Woj, but the Woj bomb I do miss.
yeah.
Shams bombs are cool though.
They are.
Shams reporting two things on Tuesday. The first of the two, that LeBron has informed the Lakers. LeBron James has informed the Lakers that he will not be returning, that he will be seeking or taking his talents elsewhere next season. Where that is, we don't know as of yet. Also, he is reporting that there is a deal near place between the Clippers and between the Raptors. Yeah, is we're all checking our phones every second, every time there's a beep or a buzz or anything going off.
Yeah.
Do either of those moves do anything for you?
I mean, the Raptors one, it puts them in that second tier of the Eastern Conference for me. They went to 7 with the Cavs last year. Brandon Ingram is a horrible, horrible contract, one of the worst contracts in basketball. Getting off of that is a win in of itself. Of course, Grady Dick never panned out, 2 first-round picks, whatever. I like the addition to supplement the forward core with Scotty Barnes. It's not making them finals favorites, but I do think it's a step in the right direction.
A little other way, you're like half cut off there,
Oh,
Ricky.
sh-
Oh, what? Oh, what?
But,
Almost got in trouble there.
yes, this is certainly an interesting move. I actually like it for Toronto because, as you mentioned, they get off of Brandon Ingram. Grady Dick just never worked out. They do lose 2 first-round picks, but actually, again, I think this roster's interesting. They've got some competitors in the backcourt with Emmanuel Quickley, Jamal Shedd, Jacoby Walter, RJ Barrett, of course, your guy.
I have an RJ Barrett jersey, just so you guys know.
What was your reaction when he got drafted? Were you excited?
When he got drafted?
Yeah.
I mean, no, because again, it was for a moment in time. Well, actually, sorry. Let me rephrase. When he got drafted, yeah, sure, absolutely. But by the time he got drafted, you knew that's who they were taking.
Oh, yeah, 'cause he was
I mean, the disappointment for Knicks fans with that particular draft was on lottery night, was when they went to the commercial break and it was 3 teams remaining for the first overall pick in Zion Williamson. And the Knicks at that point had the best chance of the 3. They had a higher percentage than the Grizzlies and a higher percentage than the Pelicans. So the disappointment, that's when that disappointment happened. I mean, I hate to give him a shout out at all because he's gone off the deep end, and he used to be someone that I thought was really, really funny, but now has kind of taken it to a new extreme. But I mean, the disappointment, the night that your heart was broke was Tingus Pingus. I mean, I didn't know where Latvia was that night. I mean, that was the one that hurt. But again, that turned out, I mean, Joel Embiid was in that draft. And who was the first overall pick in that draft?
Was that Andrew Wiggins?
No.
What draft was that?
2014.
See, I know the answer to this, guys.
What do I want to say? Was it one of the Timberwolves picks?
It was.
It was either Towns or Zach LaVine.
Which one do you think it was?
I think it was Towns.
It was.
It was
Yeah.
Towns.
So again, that draft that turned the Tingus Pingus draft ended up being the guy that won the Knicks the title this year. So, I mean, that was a great draft for the Knicks. That was a wonderful draft for the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns came into the league, and years later, Tingus Pingus, hey, he was a champion too, though. And actually, is he a 2-time champion?
He won it with Boston.
Yeah, he did win it with Boston. And listen, Porzingis was really good. I mean, there's no hating on him. He was good.
He's the most underrated piece of that finals run.
How did we get all right? How did we get on Tingus Pingus? What were we? Oh,
Kawhi and LeBron.
yeah, Kawhi and LeBron. Does it make a difference? I don't know. Especially and Washington talking about how they're not moving Anthony Davis. I don't believe that. That's just driving the
We'll
price.
come back to that in August when.
Yeah, that's just driving the price
when
up,
he's in
is what
training
it is.
Yes, when he doesn't get his extension that he.
If this is what it's gonna be, and his agent is Clutch Sports, so
Yes.
I mean, it's not like LeBron doesn't have a hand in this. I think there's gonna be a way that it'll be Steph, Clay, LeBron, Draymond, and AD. They'll make a move for Clay, and it's not like he's happy in Dallas right now, and they're in a
Doesn't
complete.
fit the timeline.
No, they're in a complete
No.
rebuilding mode. Yeah, where does Kawhi or Kyrie go? It's almost like we've forgotten about him.
Well, yeah, because again, he's just been out for so long with an injury that he's sort of just.
He missed all of last year.
Yeah,
all of
and he's
last
gonna miss
year.
like half of this season too.
And he's just kind of sticking around, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe the Blazers want another guard.
I was
Maybe
gonna
they'll
say,
make another.
Kyrie and Ja. Oh yeah, those two
Kyrie,
would work
Ja,
well
Dame.
together.
They should have a podcast together.
Kyrie, yeah.
And a rap album.
Get Le'Veon Bell on there.
He's busy. He's busy boxing right now.
Yeah.
But going back to the LeBron stuff, that felt very much like, I know the Lakers said
Did they cut Bronny?
not
No,
yet.
I think they plan to keep. They fully guaranteed his contract for this year, so I think they plan to keep him.
Yeah, so he's probably sticking around. That move, though, for LeBron felt like a "you can't fire me, I quit," because they have been signaling they wanted him gone for the last.
Why? He
year and
was
a
their
half.
best player last year.
Because he's taking up too much money.
It does not. Okay, when Luka got hurt last year, LeBron put that team on his back and won a first-round playoff series.
I'm not denying that.
He did, but
LeBron is still a top 10 player
Yeah,
in the
but-
league.
the problem is they all
Name me
they
10 best.
traded-
You can take as much time as you want. Name me 10 better players than LeBron right now.
Shea.
No, you don't have to do it on we're not doing that type of radio.
Aw. All right, we'll do that later.
Yeah.
But anyway,
And if Brunson's not on that list, I will.
he Brunson's on the list. Don't worry.
I don't think Brunson's better than LeBron though.
He
I
just-
would take him, but I don't think he's better.
I am taking Jalen Brunson on a team right now over LeBron James.
Yeah, I am too. I am too.
Yeah.
And
But
and
we're
Josh Hart and OG and Carl Anthony Towns.
And Landry Shamet. and
No.
Bruce McConnell.
No.
Jose Alvarado.
Save some money for Camby, please, or not Camby. For Mitch. See, that's how
think
much
that's
I
gonna
love
happen.
Mitch because Mitch is like Camby. He's that defensive presence, and the I cannot believe I'm going to say that, but because of the defense of Carl Anthony Towns, the Knicks are champions. That's ridiculous. That Carl Anthony Towns defended Wemby better than him and Mitch 1 and 2 in defensive Wemby this playoff run.
Yeah, especially better than the Thunder with Hartenstein and Holmgren, two all NBA
Yeah.
defenders.
And we got rid of Hartenstein too.
Yeah.
Everyone was upset when the Knicks got rid of Hartenstein as well.
I didn't
Yeah.
blame him because he had a good year.
I wanted him
Won the
back. We
finals.
couldn't afford him. Much like this year, where we're not going to be able to afford Mitch.
And the Lakers will throw a lot of money at Mitchell Robinson.
Someone's
because-
going to throw a lot of money at him.
Somebody's going to throw a lot of money at him.
There's going to be a lot of people throwing a lot of money. Maybe the Timberwolves, because at this point they
He's
got
gonna
no other
save
big.
you.
Yeah, we'll sign and trade. We'll send you Mitch, but we get Dante back.
Another guard.
Another Nova Nick.
Yeah,
Bring it up.
they do need front court.
I want Obi Toppin and Dante back. They can't afford either, but I'm just saying I want those two back. And I don't want to lose Mitch or Jose, but Landry can go. But I do
Jose
like
and
him.
Landry signed extensions.
I know. I
They're
love that
sticking
Jose.
around.
Jose ain't going anywhere, man. Jose Alvarado is the king of New York right now. That dude is not going anywhere. He spent many years with the Pelicans. He is now a champion from New York City in New York City with the Knicks. That dude is not going anywhere. He is never paying for a bacon, egg, and cheese again for the rest of his life.
Not at all.
I would love a bacon, egg, and cheese. All right, we gotta take another break. What is that break 2 or 3? How many breaks have we
I think
taken?
that's three.
This is going to be 3.
And how many we gotta take 4, right?
Yes.
And how much time we got left?
We got about 18 minutes.
Okay, yeah, we gotta take a break here. When we got back, what do we got? We got Wimbledon, we got World Cup, we got Black and Gold, we got Nittany Lions, we got a whole lot. Let's go to the World Cup when we come back. 28-22 Sports Night on WBRE, WYOU CTV app. Jamie Tart, Jamie. Oh, am I gonna get us in trouble again? No, Ted Lasso ain't gonna sue me.
You'll be fine.
I don't know. I've been watching Ted Lasso again because of the World Cup. I got 3 TVs, right? The man cave, whatever you want to call it, the living room, the only really room in my house because I got like a open floor plan. But I got the 3 TVs, and I've FIFA F6 or was it? It's not FIFA anymore. It's FC.
Yeah, FC.
Why did they change that?
I don't think I never looked it up after last time.
Okay.
Talked about it.
But yeah, I got FC going on one. I got the actual World Cup going on another, and I got Ted Lasso going on a third. And a month from now, I'll never watch soccer again.
Until the next
World Cup, yeah.
Yeah.
Likely.
Yeah.
I do like soccer, though, but just like curling, I say, oh, yeah, I'm going to stay into it, and then it's 4 years later.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, I like curling.
Yeah,
Curling
yeah.
had its run, and now it's kind of like fading out.
Not going to pretend that I know enough about curling.
I don't know anything about curling, but when the Olympics are on, I have that thing on like 24 hours a day. It's like, it's like bocce on ice. That's all I know.
I have friends that watch it and they're like, "Oh, it's so good. You should
It
watch
is.
it." I'm like, "Okay, I will." And then I just proceed to not do that.
Okay, there is not an Olympic sport that you could put on when it's the Olympics that I won't watch. 2 weeks later, if you say, hey, there's a swim meet on NBC, cool.
Back to
Awesome.
watching whatever's on.
Yeah.
That's basketball, NBA.
Yeah. Basically,
Baseball.
NBA, NFL, NCAA. Oh, I cannot wait for college football. I don't care. I'm off on Saturdays. No, actually, we're not.
Oh, we
Come
got the football
Saturday,
show.
come,
I was gonna
come
say, you guys have shows.
We got
Yeah,
the
actually,
football
I'm
show.
really looking forward to the post-game show. Whatever we're gonna end up calling it, we haven't got a name yet.
The high school football one?
No, that's
Or
on
the college
Friday
football
nights.
one?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Friday nights. We got the high school football show, and we're on the road every Friday night for the WBRE WYOU Game of the Week. So we'll be at a different location every Friday night. Well, maybe not a different location because I'm sure there's going to be a team that we go to early that's probably also going to be in the finals. Yeah.
Well, in
Probably.
order to find out, make sure to check out the 2822 website and socials.
I'm sorry. What was that?
That was plugging our socials.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Good.
If you want to find out where we're going every week, I say we.
Wow. I appreciate it. Like seamless. Just like he knows where look at him. He knows where he's sitting. He's very happy right now. He's looking over at Ricky as Ricky keeps looking at his thing. Oh shoot, I'm out of the zone. It's all right. It took me 3 weeks to figure out and I still don't like it because look at that. I gotta get to Turkey.
Turkey.
What can I say?
Got to get to Turkey.
Yeah, you don't know about Turkey? No, you have a full head.
Yeah.
You gotta learn about Turkey, man.
I understand the.
You know about Turkey?
Mhm.
Yeah. Google it.
Okay.
Men's hair replacement, Turkey.
Got it.
Speaking of Turkey A. Turkey A. Not Turkey B, but Turkey A. They're no longer in the World Cup, but there's a bunch of teams that are, including these guys. Holland. They beat Cote d'Ivoire. I'm very upset because I can't say Cote d'Ivoire anymore.
Tough lot. Holland with the not last minute goal, but the goal to send them into the next.
Dude,
round.
I mean,
Stoppage
how
time,
great
yeah,
have
stoppage
these
time
games
goal.
been?
Yeah, they've been really, really good. I'm excited to see. You had a great one last night with Paraguay and Germany. Who would have thought Germany? I mean,
I didn't. We were talking about Germany, France
Yeah.
in the next round. Paraguay. The United States beat that team.
4-1.
Beat that A. B to A. Belts to A.
And then they knock out Germany in PKs.
Yeah, unbelievable.
And early in the day, I think it was
Brazil with the
Brazil.
latest game-winning goal ever in regulation in World Cup. Canada with the stoppage time goal to beat South Africa.
More PKs in Netherlands, Morocco.
Yeah, which the atmosphere was crazy for that game.
I think the left pole had a magnet in it.
I mean, these games have just been incredible. But what does it tell you about pool play? What does it tell? I mean, Germany lost in their last game in pool play and played their starters. But they looked incredible in their first two games. They looked like a strong German team. And now they still haven't won a knockout game since 2014 when they beat Argentina in the final. I mean, Panama, third place team, gets in. And I mean, that's a team that the USA spanked 4-1. Maybe the best the United States has ever looked.
And the Paraguay's on to the round of 16.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, Japan out. And Japan was one of the teams that people really, really feared. And they're done. They're going home.
A lot of people thought they could upset Brazil, and they nearly did. They scored first.
They have the right type of mentality and discipline.
Yeah, I think in the second half of that game, Brazil sort of control. I think they had one shot in the final 45 minutes. Japan did. But yeah, I mean, it's shown there's a lot of parity in this tournament. There really is, and I think it's going to be really interesting to see in these rounds coming up. Because again, we were so certain we were seeing Germany, France. Who knows what could happen in the rest of this tournament? There's a lot of, I think,
So
There's
all right, so
no one's
back
safe.
back to what I was saying though, like with that, and as you're saying this parody, I agree with you, Ricky. I what do we? What's the expectation now for tomorrow with the United States?
expectation. I mean, the expectation's still to win. I mean, that's really the expectation. You've got to come out fast, as I think I've emphasized in all three of these games that the U.S. has had. You've got to come out fast. You've got to set the tone. You've got to be able to go out there.
They
But
scored first in the game against Turkey. They lost that one though.
They did, but the difference is they should be playing all their
Yeah.
starters.
No, and they did. They have come
Yes.
out strong and fast in every game, and I think have scored a goal within the first 10 minutes in all three of the games.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do here. But then you also, Bosnia Herzegovina, they're not going to roll over either. Like Japan, they went up 1-0. Brazil scored, that late last second stoppage time goal to secure that win. So you've got to come out and you really have to set the tone because teams are not going to roll over, and you've got to be able to capitalize on chances when you're able to.
Absolutely. We saw that as an issue against Turkey where they struggled to capitalize on some of the chances they generated in the second half. It's about coming out and finding your footing because you've seen this Bosnia team loves to dig in defensively. They're a lot like Paraguay in that they're tough to score against. They are a tough defensive team to where those chances are going to be few and far between, which makes capitalizing on the ones you can generate all the more important.
I mean, but okay. With all of that said, do you think that our expectations are too high at this point in time because of the way that they performed against Australia, against Paraguay? Take that Turkey game aside. Again, a 4-1 whooping of a Paraguay team that just beat the Germans. I don't think anyone will say that, and again, we're doing transitive property here, that the United States would be favored over the Germans on any field, anywhere.
No, they wouldn't. But Paraguay wasn't either, which is the beauty of the tournament.
Well, the tournament's going to continue to roll on. How we doing on time, Ricky?
We're at about 42 minutes.
All right, so we'll stay here for a little bit longer then. We got a couple of minutes here.
Yeah.
I mean, that all being said, the favorites are still going to be the favorites. I mean, the Germans, I guess, maybe we were just overhyping a team because of the colors on their crest because they haven't gotten out of a group stage until now, and they haven't as well gotten a win in the knockout stage since 2014 when they beat Argentina in the final. I mean, we talked about how great all of a sudden Portugal looked, but I mean, that was against a Uzbekistan team that just not great at all. So, I mean, the Portuguese could be a bit overrated, and they're going to have a tough test if they get to the next round. If Spain gets to the next round, because, again, Spain, tied with Cabo Verde. And Cabo Verde, I like Cabo Verde, but I just do not see them beating or really competing with Argentina.
The only way they win that game is if it gets to penalty kicks and it's a 0-0 draw at that point.
Is there a team that can stop us from getting to Argentina, France again?
England can.
There are teams that can. Is there a team that will stop us from seeing Argentina, France again?
I don't think so.
No, I think those teams so far have been the clear favorites. I think they have been the clear teams that have shown little weakness. So I don't see a way. And again, I'd be shocked, and credit to the team, that if they do, they do. But I don't see a path in which any of these two teams are stopped.
All right. Before we get out of here, you think Mexico remains undefeated at Azteca? Sorry. It's not Azteca. It's Mexico City Stadium.
I think they will, but I think it's going to be a lot more closer and uncomfortable than people think.
Yes, Ecuador is not. I think they will. But yeah, as Nate said, I don't think this is going to be an easy
All 3 host nations move on to the round of 16.
Yeah.
Canada, United States, Mexico.
Yeah.
One of them's already there. One of them's heavily favored. The other one's playing at home and also pretty heavily favored. So
Which was the first of those 2?
the U.S.
Was the one that's heavily favored or
Yeah.
the one that's
I would say
kinda
they're heavily
favored.
favored.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to get out of here. When we come back, we're going to head over across the pond to Merriott, England and check in on Serena. This is 2822 Sports Night here on the WBRE WYOU CTV app. Hey, thank you for staying with us tonight on WBRE WYOU 2822 Sports Night. Nate Johns, Ricky Turner, and myself finishing out the Tuesday night as we get you ready for WBRE News at 11, which you can catch on channel. I don't know what the channels are because, again, I got DirecTV, and I know those are a little different. So
Should be on channel 28.
28 is BRE, 22 is YOU.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I got 12 and 13. Again, I got DirecTV, so I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not judging.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to throw people off. I'm supposed to be telling them the right stuff.
Channel 28, 11 p.m. news. Tune
The
in.
right. I was about to start singing again. You don't even know about the New Kids on the Block, do you?
I have heard of them. By the end of the summer, you will make a reference that I will fully understand completely.
How about referencing Serena? She's about as old as New Kids on the Block. Do you know who she is?
I do.
Okay. Do you know what she's done?
She's done a lot.
Do you know why we respect our elders?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not an elder, though. Although, dude, all right, so I was walking home last night from here because I live right around the corner, right down the street from the station here in Wilkes-Barre. And 2 kids, they're down the street on the e-bikes, the e-scooters or whatever. And we did a story about e-scooters. So I'm just like, all right, I'm just watching them as they go by. Don't say a word, nothing. What you looking at, old man? I was like, man, really? The old man? Like, and granted, I could have been like 24 and they would have been like, what you looking at, old man? Because, I mean, they're just kids, but it hurt. It stunk.
We're getting to that unk status.
Am I real? I'm an unk now? Oh,
I think.
yeah, I'm an unk.
Yeah.
At least I'm the cool uncle.
There you go.
Venus is an aunt.
She is, yeah.
She is, yes. Unfortunately, Serena will have more time to hang out at home. She will not be hanging out for very much longer at the All England Club.
No.
Tough day for her.
Not. No. Yeah, but
Good performance, though.
I was gonna say 44, win a set. Again, was it against premier tennis? No.
And that's
but-
the hope is that you would have gotten one win and then maybe, a loss against a ranked opponent.
Yeah. Again, I think Maya Joint said after, she just said, I just don't know what to say. I don't know what
Oh, I mean, this is a
she's
highlight.
yeah. She's probably like,
Yeah, I mean, for her, this is one of the greatest moments of her life. And, I mean, that's what we should be celebrating that just as much as we're celebrating Serena at this point, too.
She had a great moment. She had one of those moments that she can tell, her children about, her family about. I played against one of the greatest women's tennis players to ever play the sport.
I don't think, and again, I wouldn't know, but I'm imagining for Serena, this loss doesn't sting as much as some of her, finals losses or anything, in that regard either.
Yeah, even she has to realize, like, she's at her career, she's got a lot more time behind her than she does in front of her for however long she decides.
And her time actually isn't done at Wimbledon as we talk about that. Her and Venus are competitive in doubles.
Yeah, that's going to be, they've won 6 doubles at Wimbledon and 14 major doubles titles together overall. So
Yeah, she's got a shot. They are competitive when it comes. And Venus has been playing doubles competitively for a while. Venus hasn't taken the time off like Serena has.
No, it's going to be real interesting to see next couple of weeks.
Yeah,
Nice.
Sorry, Ricky.
You're
I
good.
corrected myself. I said weeks.
Yeah, it'll be fun to shift focus over to there. It'll be a lot easier for Serena as well because you're not putting as much stress on your body as well after going through singles, but now you're in a doubles, and like you said, with her sister who's been playing competitive doubles for a while, so they could definitely go on a run through that bracket as well, but it's going to be the question of how does she hold up? Because I don't think there's any question about chemistry and how those two will play together.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's how does the body react? How does she hold up over the stretch? And it is 2 weeks. It is the Old England club. They do get a couple of weekends over there, and I do enjoy Sunday morning watching the final. Saturday morning watching the women's final for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun just to see them on the court. Maybe one final time. See how those two hold up together.
Do you think this is one final time? This is it for her? This is her swan song?
I mean, again, to her credit, she won, one match. She did win one set, but I think at some point every athlete realizes, like, I've had my time. It's been a fun run. She's got enough money. She doesn't have to worry about that. She's still got all her but again, at some point every athlete realizes, like, it's probably my time.
That's the problem, is that most athletes never realize that
until they're really washed.
Yeah, they keep thinking that they can do it, and it's just, it doesn't happen that way. How much time we got, Ricky?
Like 20 seconds.
All right. Hey, for Nate, for Ricky, we thank you. We appreciate it. I was going to say something insightful as we talked about athletes who aren't able to do it anymore, but we're going to get in that tomorrow. If you get a chance, though, Chris Johnson, donate, help support ALS. Let's defeat that disease. We're going to get into that tomorrow. It deserves more time than just this. WBRE, WYOU 2822 Sports Night.